he looks so good.
And that is, of course, what's behind me, Pit 232 in lovely Ione, California. Soon we will lower our shark into this water, and we're going to be shooting at him.
Now, in the movie, Jaws has a scuba tank with its end right about here. In our earlier tests, we found that if we shoot a tank like that, the air coming out of that makes the tank effectively a rocket. So for our first test, we want to find out what happens to that rocket. Does it go through the esophagus? Because if it does, and it makes it through the gullet and into the stomach, our expert at Academy of Science indicates that that's going to mean that it's ruptured a bunch of sensitive organs along the way. And that means a dead shark.
That's the theory. And to put it to the test, Brewster is carefully driven into the drink.
You gotta be more gentle than that.
Sorry about that.
Okay, Adam, lower.
That right there, my friends, is a perfect frickin' shark.
Adam's right. Brewster is the most anatomically accurate shark analog they've ever built. But he's only complete with a standard scuba tank that's storing some serious energy.
Yeah, it looks perfect, Jamie. Excellent.
With nearly everything matching the clip, including the gun and the distance to the target.
So how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. We're sighted in and ready to shoot.
All right.
Will they turn the tank into a shark-killing torpedo?
The gun is hot.
I can still see the tank, but it didn't make it past the gullet.
Well, we just put the tank in our shark's mouth. We fired at its bottom, a perfect hit. It behaved exactly as we expected. The tank started releasing its pressure through the bullet hole, which drove the tank into Brewster's gullet, but not past his esophagus. At this point, it looks like it might be survivable for our shark, that the tank just got wedged in his throat and he could potentially peristaltically cough it back up.
Like 2005, they got a rocket and not a bomb.
Dude, it's not very toughly wedged in there.
And a closer inspection shows that the rocket didn't have the power to sink their shark.
There's your problem. It's a pretty good deal you called the shark doctor.
So the bullet hole did, in fact, turn this tank into a bit of a rocket. But it wasn't aggressive enough to actually do any damage to Brewster. We didn't see any indication of ripping or tearing in the mouth or the esophagus. And the tank went into the shark, but it didn't go past the gullet. So as far as we can tell, it's Brewster 1, Brody 0.
Still to come, Brody does get his fire in the hole.
3, 2, 1. Oh!
But next, it's Adam's turn to put his life on the line.
Wow! Wow!
The Mythbusters have just confirmed that a tank that becomes a rocket, courtesy of a bullet from Brody,
It's a fire-breathing dragon of a shark.
would not have killed Jaws. So it's time to go for broke on the boom.
Now, with the second test, we are now going to try and implement the fan's suggestion of not just shooting the tank with a bullet, but shooting it on angle, creating potentially a wider bullet hole and a fatal breach that could potentially cause the tank to explode. Let me explain. Now, in the previous test, I shot the tank here. Now, I'm going to be attempting to shoot about here. That is on a much more glancing angle to the surface of that tank, and it could potentially cause either a wider bullet hole or the bullet could dig in and climb back out, creating a breach that causes the tank to blow up completely.
That's the fan theory. But with a new tank for Adam to take down, will they get the explosion this myth needs?
I heard it go ting.
I see